Hello, welcome Bloomfield residents, Essex County residents. My name is Sarah Jacob. I'm a health educator at Bloomfield Department of Health.
Hi, my name's Elisa Cirillo, and I'm also a health educator at the Bloomfield Department of Health.
February is Eating Disorders Awareness Month, and so this month we are collaborating with Essex County Department of Health as well as a nonprofit Autumn Leaves Foundation to bring you resources and raise awareness about disorders under this category. So today we have here with us Leo Hirsch, founder and uh, co-founder of Autumn Leaves Foundation. So Leo, can you introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, I'm Leo, and I'm here to share my story and my experiences with my eating disorder, and to raise awareness involving the vast amount of misconceptions around it and lack of resources there are.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on board to raise awareness about this issue. Um, so you are a co-founder of Essex of Autumn Leaves Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about your organization, how it came about, and also a little history behind the name, perhaps?
Yes, so I started it with one of my friends who also had the same eating disorder therapist and specialist as me from the same place. And we were together at lunch one day and just decided we wanted to do something to help people like us and share um, ways to help. And um, then I had another friend who also had a similar experience, and she also helped us collaborate. So we have three people with it. Um, and it's called Autumn Leaves Foundation. This is going to sound cringy, but I named it after Taylor Swift's All Too Well song because it was a song that was released while I was going through it, and it's a very sad song, and I was feeling very sad, as one might be during these experiences. And there's a line that says "Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place," and I don't know, I just put it there. But also, I think autumn leaves can represent change, and autumn leaves are changing at different times, so you have to be open to change. And every leaf is unique and can change at different times.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. Um, so where do you want to begin?
I could just start about how my experience. It started. First was I was diagnosed with anorexia about my beginning of freshman year, so about 2.5 years ago. Um, and it pretty much just started in the summer. I was very insecure about my body. I always have in my life, but I think I just started. I wanted to start a diet, which is how many eating disorders start. So I started a diet, which is really just not eating a lot, probably like 1,200 calories or less a day. Um, and I would constantly track my weight and what I would eat in a day. And it just got to the point where, I mean, I was like 100 pounds and I was not healthy. And my parents obviously noticed that. Many of my friends noticed it, but most of my friends were complimenting it. It's a lot of a case that happens is people compliment you and it drives you to keep going. But my parents got me help, and I was very hesitant at first, but I'm very glad I got the help I needed to.
Can you speak to how the environment was at home or maybe at school? What could have triggered um, that desire to want to be on diet?
Yeah, well, it was right after COVID. My this That was like eighth grade, so my COVID hit seventh grade. Um, and I gained a little weight. I think a lot of people did during COVID, and I was already feeling not well about my body, and I did not help gaining this weight. And I think that going back to school at the end of eighth grade, there was obviously some bullying and making fun of, and like getting teased, which by like my friends, which is fine, but I did not feel fine with that. And I think I just needed to make change. I probably watched like a Rocky video motivation at like 3 a.m. and decided I needed to do this. But yeah, that was the environment that was surrounding me. So I felt like a good thing to do, and I didn't really see anything wrong with it until I got help.
Okay. Um, Did you bring this up at home or with your friends? Did you talk about this with any of them to get feedback from them?
Um, I didn't really talk about my eating disorder with my friends. I thought it was embarrassing, and I still don't really talk to my friends about my experiences usually. But I did have one friend who had similar experiences. This is not someone involved with Autumn Leaves Foundation, just another person. And we talked a lot, and I was very good. We got to make jokes, which is always good to bring humor into dark times. But and yeah, I didn't really talk to my parents about it. I probably was bragging about how I was losing weight and doing it well, and I asked them to get like diet foods. So, I mean, it was normal at first, and then it kind of did not go well.
I just want to say, well, first of all, thank you so much for sharing such a personal experience with us, especially coming from someone who, like maybe isn't so comfortable sharing like with friends, as you mentioned. So I'm just curious as to like what has inspired you to share this information, not only with us here today, but in a
Well, I see a lot of people that I know struggling, and I could see it with my friends, which is why one of these conversations started and created the organization. And I think that sharing a story, especially coming from a man, where I think eating disorders are often looked past as just like gym culture or just not important. And I think it's important to share. I think there are a lot of men that go through it, and I think it's important to be able to know that you're not alone, and just it's okay to struggle.
Thank you. Um, so what do you think some of the biggest misconceptions are or misunderstandings are when it comes to someone struggling with body image or body positivity?
I think with body image, I think that the biggest misconception is you can't just work it out to solve it. Like, just go to the gym and you'll be fine. You'll feel good and you'll look good. I just think it's not true. Everyone has different bodies, but the way the media portrays the ideal body is it's not really ideal, and you can't. It's hard to achieve, and it will just drive you to have an eating disorder, and it won't be. You got it's everyone is different, and you have to be open to that.
Can you tell us at what point you said you got help from your family. Your family initiated the discussion with seeking medical help, correct? So can you at what point did they realize that, hey, maybe we need to go seek medical um, assistance or feedback from doctors?
Well, I went to the doctor. This was in like April before the summer, so before an eating disorder, and I was weighed, and that also kind of um, started. There was an increase in weight, which they said was normal, which it was, um, but I did not like that, so I that's kind of where it started. And then my next checkup, which was sometime in the summer, they said I needed help. So I mean, it was a collab. I mean, my parents took me to the doctor, but it was a collaboration between my personal doctor and my parents who uh, decided to help me.
At what point did they understand that you needed help to put weight back on, right? That is what, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I think I'd go to restaurants with them, and usually having food with your family or family friends is a happy thing. And I think there were times where I would just be depressed and I would just stare at the food or not order something I'd want, and I'd probably get like a side of carrots or and fries, which I would never do. And I think they knew like it's not the Leo they knew before, so they decided to help.
What would you tell someone who is struggling or who knows someone who is struggling with this issue?
I think I would tell someone who is trying to help someone that um, just be open to a conversation and gain their trust, because having someone to talk to during a time where you're struggling is very important. Um, Also, don't compliment someone's body during it. I think that is something that is very often happens when you're working out and you're dieting and people are complimenting you because you're changing, but change isn't always good. So you have to be, I think being there and show your love is the most important thing you can do.
Do you think that, from your point of view, because you had very supportive parents, clearly, that, helped you find the right resources in your case. So do you think, I'm just curious as to, like, from your point of view, if there was a right way or a right approach a loved one can take to help someone who's struggling, because sometimes maybe people may not be self-aware that they have an eating disorder or that it's, so I'm just curious, like, do you think there's like a right approach to help somebody in?
Yeah, I think that you have to, the person with the eating disorder is not going to be willing to get help. In most cases, I definitely wasn't, and I was very resistant. I think that you have to listen to your doctor, and I think that in order to get help, you have to be willing. And I think helping a parent, helping and showing, even just showing old pictures of someone and showing how their happiness has really just gone down and how they're not the same person they were, and help them realize that will help them get help and be willing to get help.
I appreciate you bringing up like social media and how things, especially nowadays, like I grew up like I was like in this 8th grade, not to age myself, but when Facebook became a thing, and even so now, like I was towards the end of high school when Instagram became, a popular thing. So I can't even imagine not only growing up being in middle school, you said, right, through the pandemic, but then also being with everything like social media related and how influencers and just the internet in general wants you to have like a certain body type for you to fit in or have like a definition of what beautiful is. So I just want to say, like, I really commend you for sharing that and, the strength that you have to.
And where do you see Autumn Leaves Foundation in the next couple of years? Where is it going? Where are you going with this foundation?
Yeah, hopefully, we connect with more health departments like you guys, or even doctors, and just make eating disorders a known topic and a known thing, almost like how anxiety has become a known topic that people get help for. And I'm gonna be going to college soon, next year, not next year, 2 years. So hopefully I can bring it there where I can impact a wider range of people and it can just spread.
All right, thank you. I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors that are upcoming.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your, sharing again. Like I said, I appreciate you sharing your story with us and taking the time to do this.
Thank you for providing the platform.
To our viewers, I just want to let everybody know that, this entire month, Bloomfield Department of Health is collaborating with Autumn Leaves Foundation as well as Essex County Department of Health. Join us on Instagram. Look at our posts. We are sharing a lot of resources under this topic. Make sure you check it out. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to gain more knowledge and information on this topic.